Hello, Ceremonial here again. Today, Jagex finally released the long-awaited smithing update. However, is this update really what the players wanted for almost a year? Okay, let's get started. To start the Artisan workshop, simply head east of the mining guild in Valor. Simply talk to the first dwarf you see in the entrance. Go through the basic tutorials of the first 4 training methods. After you completed that, simply head south a bit to get your hammer and tongs. I'll be showing you how to do all the training methods in this video. Firstly, before you start, you must have a good amount of ores and coal. You cannot use any bars that you have, and you must use the bars here called ingots. Wow, that sounds like Minecraft, doesn't it? Okay, the first thing you want to do is deposit all your ores and coal into the machine. Don't worry, you can get them back if you choose not to make them to ingots. The first event is called making brutal armor. Head a bit east of the top floor and click on this machine. You want to get the ingots for this event. The highest you could do is level 3. As of this video, I don't know what the best method and most efficient way to train without losing a lot of money, but for the purpose of this video, I made Addy Bar Ingots level 3. Okay, so simply watch the dwarf and what he's saying, and then smith that item. All items that you smith here have the same following effect, which are, they all have the same amount of XP regardless of what you make, they all take 1 bar to make that armor, and lastly, you cannot wield them. Every single time you get the calling right, you're rewarded extra experience. Now simply place all the armors down the chute and you're done for this event. Now the second event is to go downstairs. There is stairs next to the armor dude on the top floor. Simply head a bit west until you see 3 trays, bronze, iron, and steel. Depending on your smithing level, it depends on what you can do. All ingots here are free, however the XP here is very low. Simply get a full inventory of the ingots and start smithing. You'll have to smith them into 4 track pieces. Once you have done that, simply use them on the anvil and then make the tracks start from 20% completed all the way to 100% completed. After you've gotten that, head to the minecarts and place it at the very end of the track, and then simply repeat. Now the third event is kind of lengthy. It's called cannon repair. So head to the southmost western part of the bottom floor. Note you can't take any cannons you have into this room. Once you get inside, pick the barrel base that's on the table. Now head to the southeast part of the room and pick up 3 molds. Now head to the furnace and dismantle your base to receive 10 cogs. Your first goal here is to use them on the anvil. After you fix them, if you happen to destroy any in the process, you must head to the machine in the west and make some steel ingots. Please know that you have to supply your own ores and coal for this one. Simply head to the furnace and make some cogs until you have 10 again. Now simply fill it and place it in the center of the room. Then pick up the next piece of the can, which should be the stand, and do the same exact process. If it breaks, simply repeat the same process again. After you complete this, place it in the center of the room. Now you have to get the cannon and barrel. Simply go to the anvil and use the barrel on the anvil many times until it reaches 100% completed. Now simply place this in the center of the room. Now to fix the cannon furnace, dismantle it and you'll get 2 pieces. Simply use them both on the anvil to fix it. Now head to the east part of the room where you got your molds and use it on the gunpowder. Now simply attach it back together and place it in the center of the room. Now gather 2 to 3 ingots and go to the furnace and make some cannonballs. Simply use 10 of them and you're done. Now this last event is to head back to the first floor and then click the first half of this machine. You'll get a level 4 ingot, and this is what you're going to be doing. Next, talk to the dwarf that's next to it and he'll give you the blueprints for the Ceremonial Sword. Use the ingots on the furnace to make it mountable. Now use it on the anvil next to it to begin. Now as you see here, the number above the desired sword is your goal, and you're supposed to bend it in a way to match the sword on top. Now there is 4 styles: hard, medium, soft, and careful. Careful will always give you 1 bend, and soft through hard will always vary on the bends. If you look at this graph, it will tell you exactly what it does. So when I was doing this, I realized that if you go over the amount of the cooldown you have, the sword will be destroyed and you will not get any XP. So simply try to get the sword as close as possible to the blueprints, then leave out before it reaches 0. Talk to the dwarf again and you'll get partial XP for the amount of bends you get right. Now this concludes this guide on the new smithing update. Now I personally was hoping for a bigger smithing revamp and not another method of making the skill easier. Jagex said about a year ago that smithing would be the next big update, similar to herblore with overloads and turmoil with prayer. This update unfortunately was a huge letdown. Not only that, the rewards are only good in the workshop, with the exception of the cosmetic cannon. Now after doing all these events, I have only gained 1% of respect points. So getting around 100 would take a good 10 hours or more at the rate this minigame is going. So I have to give this update a 2 out of 5. Yes, it's a cool way of training smithing, however Jagex completely missed the urgency of the smithing skill. There is no primary use whatsoever in the smithing skill, and the smithing skill we wanted was supposed to be a high-end smithing content update, which will allow us to make non-tradable armor and or weapons. I have 99 smithing, and I don't see myself wasting my time here gaining XP to get respect points. Well, this pretty much concludes this guide and review for this update. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for future videos. This is Setup Source, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.